So hello my dear friends, welcome back. Welcome to your channel Cooking Astrology. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for subscribing my channel and liking my videos. Thanks a lot. So today in this video, let's try to understand what is the Dasamsha chart in Vedic Astrology, what is the significance which is connected with the Dashamsha chart, and how this chart is very helpful in order for you to decide your career. Even if you want to see sudden rise and fall in your career, some changes in your career, the name, respect and reputation that you are going to receive in your profession, whether business is going to be more suitable or whether job is going to be a more suitable pathway, whether you are going to be working from remote areas in your life or you are going towards some office environment. So all these things are actually minutely predicted with the help of the Dasamsha chart in Vedic Astrology. Now some call it as a Dashmansh Kundli as well, some call it as a Dashamsha also, Dashmansh or Dashamsha. All these things are actually same, because this is the Dashmansh mean the 10th division or the 10th division of the zodiac is known as the Dashmansh Kundli. Similarly, like Navman chart, D9 is surgically opening the 9th house of the D1 chart. D10 is the surgically opening the 10th house of your career and profession. This will actually help us to go much deeper into the predictions with regards to your career and the career life aspect. One more important thing, 10th house is not only the house of your profession, 10th house is actually the house of your karmas, okay? This is known as the Karam Bhav or Karam Sthan. Now karma itself is a very big word actually. It's very difficult to describe karma in one single sentence, but any kind of duty that you are going to perform towards this society, towards this universe, towards other people in general, so that is actually seen through the 10th house. Now many are doing a 9 to 5 job, so they are working in one corporate sector, so that is your duty that you are actually paying towards, or some sort of contribution that you are giving in the society. So that is also the chart which shows the starting point of your karma and the ending point of your karma. Starting point mean, for example, you started working at the age of 25 in one organization and then you retire by the age of 60 by working in the same organization. Now that represents a fixed kind of karma, or this is known as the fixed career pattern. So the pattern of your career is also decided from the D10 chart. If you want to see whether I'm going to have a very fixed kind of a pattern or whether I'm going to have a splitting career pattern. Splitting career pattern simply means, suppose you started working at the age of 25, 1, 2, 3 years of your life you are working in one particular area, then you go into other domain, then other, then other. Maybe you initially working as a sales agent, you are selling LIC or some other insurances. Then you go into the technical side, then you go into the VPO, KPO or maybe some other technical aspects of the life, then you go to coding, then you shift towards the financial aspect of the life or these kind of things. So that pattern of your life or which kind of a career that you are going to go through is actually seen through that D10 chart. Even if you want to understand your relationship with your subordinates and with your top bosses, if you are working in some team kind of a zone, whether I'm going to have a very strong team with me or not, or whether my top bosses that are actually sitting above you, what kind of a relationship you are going to have with them. This is also the chart which will help us to understand the political aspects of the life. Now when I say political aspect, I'm talking about both politics, office politics also, whether your profession is going to be having some involvement of politics or not. Or this also represents politics in general, the capacity of a person to go into the politics actually, the kind of fame that you are going to receive in your life, or the capacity of a person to receive the fame, that is also predicted with the help of the D10 chart. Most important thing, you can also predict your event of life or the event of death using the D10 chart actually, because this represents the initiation of karma and ending of karma. So when the ending of karma is there in the D10 chart, it shows there is going to be the death part or death of that particular karma is destroyed in that D10 chart. With the help of specifically your Vimshotri Mahadasha. Now in Vedic Astrology, I know many of you are familiar with the Vimshotri Mahadasha. Vimshotri Mahadasha is actually the planetary timings. Maybe you are right now operating through 18 years of Rahu Dasha, then next 16 years of Jupiter, then next 19 years of Saturn Dasha. So suppose you are having these 3 bulky Dashas coming in your life from the age of 20 up till the age of 60. So in between, these 3 planets are going to play a very, very important role in your life. Now in order for you to decide and pick the career option, along with the D10 chart, you can blend Vimshotri Dashas as well. Like you can choose your career option or the best suitable career option as per your chart by not only looking into the D10 chart, but you can also blend Vimshotri Mahadasha as well. Next important point, as I told you, this is surgically opening the 10th house. Now 10th house is the house of profession and career in the D1 chart. And there might going to be some lord of that 10th house, okay? Maybe you are Aries ascendant, so 10th house is ruled by planet Saturn. If you are Libra ascendant, your 10th house is ruled by planet Moon. So in this way, different ascendants are going to have the different 10th house. So whosoever is going to be the ruling planet in the D1 chart, first of all, the main objective of your life is to trace that planet into the D10 chart. Look into the strength, dignity and the house placement of that particular planet in the D10 chart. This is actually going to help us to show the direction or the pathway, like which is going to be the suitable pathway for you. That will go help us to know the exact indication of that thing. Now in the D10 chart, you will also see there are total 12 houses, and later down the line I'm going to make all the videos on all the houses of D10 chart. But each house represents, I'm going to, just like the Navma chart, you can check out my playlist. I'm going to make a complete playlist over that D10 chart as well, so that you can actually understand what each house of D10 represent, what planet in that represents, so you will be able to know the broader picture. But the first point is you need to trace that planet, whichever direction that planet is sitting. Look at its dignity, strength, or what yogas that planet is forming in your chart. Now the second most important is the 10th house of your D10 chart. Here, rather than giving more importance to the Lagna or the first house of your D10 chart, you need to pay more attention towards the 10th house actually, because this is the core planet. This is just like Atam Karka and Matya Karka planet. So you can just consider in the D10 chart, first of all, the planet that is the controller of your 10th house in the D10 chart, that is becoming Atam Karka Graha. And you can also consider this thing, the 10th house, the planet that is controlling the 10th house in the D10 as Amatya Karka. So this is the simplest explanation that I'm trying to give you, although it's not like that. Atam Karka, Amatya Karka, they are different. But suppose one is your soul significator and second one is the guiding pathway to the soul. Now these two are the most important planets in the D10 chart. That will actually help us to discover the hidden pathways of your career. Rest D10 chart, the planetary placements are also very important, because the rest of the D10 chart, its planetary placements and the zodiac sign specifically, this is going to represent different kind of things. Now as you already know, there are total 12 zodiac signs in Vedic astrology, starting from the sign of Aries all the way up to the sign of Pisces. Now first of all, there are fire zodiac signs: the sign of Aries, the sign of Leo and the sign of Sagittarius. This is fire. Then comes the earth element, that is the sign of Taurus, sign of Virgo and the sign of Capricorn. Then next is actually coming the air zodiac sign, the sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra and the sign of Aquarius. And last is the representation of water, that is the sign of Cancer, the sign of Scorpio and the sign of Pisces. Now you need to first of all identify these 4 elements in the D10 chart, and you need to pay attention towards, look at where the maximum number of planets are actually posited in my D10 chart. Out of these 4 elements, whether the more planets are posited in the air element, whether more planets are posited in the fire element or in the water, or whether they are going in the earth element. Now I'm going to give you one very brief introduction over that different zodiac signs. For example, these are actually posited in the fire zodiac signs. Now fire is actually going to be the representation of action. It means you need to take more action and more risk in your profession in order for you to become successful. This is more of going to be an entrepreneurial kind of a combination, or the entrepreneurial spirit is going to be present inside you people. Similarly, you can count if the maximum number of planets are posited in the earth zodiac sign. Now earth represents the stable environment. Now if the more planets are in the earth zodiac sign, there might going to be a possibility of doing a job as well. At the same time, earth element represents the financial prosperity. So if you want to see whether I have the capacity to perform karmas in multiple directions to obtain the multiple sources of income in my life or not. You see many people, they are working in 9 to 5 job, then they are having their one side business, they are earning through real estate, then they are earning through share market also. Earth element have the capacity to actually give you a stable income sources from multiple direction. Similarly with the air zodiac sign, if the more planets are posited in the air or in the wind tattva, Vayu tattva, Vayu represents communication. Working in front of the scenes, actually in front of camera, which I am filming right now. So it represents Vayu tattva, communication, your capacity to teach, as working as a guide, as a coach, as a motivational person to other person. So it all are actually represented by wind. Wind also represents the sales part actually. Technical sales, communication, commission oriented work, all these things are actually governed by that air zodiac signs. And last one is the water. First of all, water have to deal with lot of medical professions. If there are going to be strong blend of air and water, you will see that medical professions, biomedical sciences, microbiology, biotechnology, working as a surgeon, plastic surgery, general surgeon. So medical fields are going to be seen through the combination or the mixture of that water and the air. Water is also the representation of healing industry and healing sector. Your capacity to go towards healing area, working as an astrologer, as a numerology, as a holistic healer, yoga, meditation, spiritual teachers, as a guide or as a preacher. So these blending of these things will help us to understand your direction of the career in more detail. Now when you want to funnel it down to the more minuter level, then you actually need to pay attention towards the planetary alignments, like which planet is sitting in which direction, where is sun is posited, moon, Mars, Mercury, where they are actually posited. That will actually help us to more minutely goes into the deeper level into the career aspect of your life. Even one more important thing, don't think like that only D10 chart will actually help us to understand our career aspect. It's not only the career or profession which you can actually see from the D10 chart. Similarly, like many people see, or many people are having a wrong perception about the D9 chart actually. Like Nabban chart is the chart of marriage and we can see marriage. Yes, we can see marriage. I'm not denying that fact. But D9 chart is also used to check the strength and dignity of the planets. So it means the combination of both divisional charts along with the natal birth chart is equally important in order for you to make precise and accurate predictions into your life. It's not like that you are directly jumping into the D10 chart of someone and you are start predicting, okay, you are going to become technical expert, you are going to open up one manufacturing facility that are connected with oil, natural gas and petroleum sector, and you are going to work as an advocate, as a lawyer, as a doctor. It doesn't work like that way. The support is seen from the D1 chart originally. If the support system is not in the D1 chart, then no matter how good your D10 Dashmansh or Dashamsha chart is going to be, it becomes very difficult for you to make predictions. Then the predictions will start going haywire if you don't blend the both D1 and the D10 chart. That is the reason why I told you the first important philosophy is you need to find the traceability factor. Trace the planet from D1 to D10, 10th house lord, because that is the main planet. And second, as I told you, look into the D10 chart, 10th house lord, trace it's where it is actually going. and check the strength and dignity of both of these planets in the D1 and in the D9 chart. And if these two planets, if they form any sort of connection with your Dasha, Mahadasha as well, then that is going to be a bang on indication, like you are going to work into that particular area. So this is as simple as that. I hope just stick to this video, listen to this video again and again. With the help of example charts in the upcoming video, I'm able to help you to learn with regards to this Dashmansh chart in Vedic astrology and how your karmas are ending and how that completion of karmas. We'll also discuss the death part also. I know this sounds a bit negative to some people, but Vedic astrology is a blending of both positive and negative events. So we will discuss all that parts in more detail in our upcoming videos. So I hope you have gained some deep insights in this video with me. Now, if you are having any queries, any consultations, if you want with regards to your career, profession, marriage, spiritual, any other consultations, so don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'm always available, always happy to serve you well. You can feel free to subscribe my YouTube channel below. Make sure to hit the like button if you really enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. And I will keep on uploading new videos over the YouTube. Till then, bye bye and Namo Narayanai.